I thought there was always something wrong with me, or I'd done something as a tiny little girl for it to happen. Even though it started when I was 3, I blamed myself for being abused. I was brought up in foster care from the age of 3 right through to 13, with a lot of abuse, domestic violence, sexual, emotional abuse. I left foster care and moved to my grandparents, and I was getting abused by my grandparents' elderly neighbour, and it never stopped, and I ended up pregnant. So he got done at 57 years old, and I was 14, just 15. Left the area thinking, oh yeah, no one will know where I am. My son was 4. I'd been in 4 different domestic violent relationships, to the point my son was holding weapons to try protect me. And I got on first I was on marijuana. And that was probably the biggest addiction that I struggled with, really. But during that time, I got really anorexic. I ended up being 42 kilos at the age of 22. Couldn't hold my own body weight, was on a walking frame. So when I was with my ex, he was under surveillance, police surveillance, and I hated police. Police would turn up at the house and I'd call them all sorts of things, and telling, because I'd already had a journey with the police already, with my son's dad being in court, and it wasn't handled very well. When police kept knocking on my doorstep because of my ex, I didn't take it very well. And this particular day, I'd been held by the throat, and then I took my son to school, and I come back and I just smoked the whole house out with bongs, with weed, and the police officers come over to do a welfare check on me, and under the Misuse Drug Act, they could smell the marijuana. And yeah, the house got searched and they found my 6 plants growing out the back. So the police officer that arrested me was actually a Christian. The arrest did not go very well. I was quite nasty to her, but there was always a connection between me and her. She had the presence of God within her, and I'd been seeking something different in my life. And I said to her, oh, well, can I go to church with you one day? So when I first started going to church with her, I used to hide behind her. And things would be said at church, and I'd be like, one was to do with sexual abuse, and I just hid into her and clung onto her and was like, ah. But yeah, over time, I think her unconditional love really changed me. Her unconditional love made me start accepting who I was. The end result picture I got was Jesus cradling me as a little girl. My gratitude for the police officer, she's actually my spirit mum. So if I have something going on spiritually or just something in general going on in life, she's always there. She's taught me what my mum should have taught me. And yeah, I always say this to her, I can never thank her enough. If there was men around me, I used to hide. I used to be gone. Doing all this and forgiving myself meant I was able to forgive men. I'm not suicidal. I run programs or help run programs to prevent people from committing suicide, to help people go into what their calling is for the Lord, and just being there for other people. My life now is amazing.
I hope that you experienced the love of Jesus as you watched this video. To see more life transformational stories, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel or explore our website at fantailstudios.com.